Field of 68 after dark on a Monday. One more overreaction. And this one, I'm really curious to hear what you say. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say not overreaction. St. John's will advance the furthest in the NCAA tournament from the Big East. I love them right now. I love them on both sides of the floor. RC, overreaction, or is that pretty spot on?
I don't think that's an overreaction. I always say with a coach like Coach Pitino and their style of play, they press, they get after you. The only thing you can't count on for St. John is are they making shots, and you can't rely on that going into any game per se. But again, they're a team that's built on the defensive end of the floor, and you don't, in the tournament games like that, no one in the tournament has more experience in those games and those big games than Rick Pitino. So I wouldn't bet against that. I think this year I can see them winning a couple of games. I think their downfall will ultimately be when they struggle making shots, which is not consistently 3-point shooting is not St. John's strength. So we know they'll exit the tournament when they when they struggle from the 3-point line. Be that simple.
I mean, I think they're going to struggle from the 3-point line probably in every single game in the NCAA tournament.
Well,
but their defense is good enough that they could go on a run. I don't think it's an overreaction. I mean, it's probably between them and Marquette at this point, right? Two teams that are really, really good defensively, really pressure you. I think St. John's has one of the best 4 defenses in the sport. I think it's them, Tennessee, Houston, and Duke. Would be the best 4 defenses in the country. They are so switchable. They're kind of like Duke in the way that they're like just such great positional length. They have really, really turned it up on that end of the floor. Rick Pitino has these guys playing how he wants them to play. I do think that they are going to struggle probably shooting the ball in almost every single game in the NCAA tournament just because they don't have, their best guys aren't great shooters. But man, they can really guard you, and so I'll buy it. I'll say, I love Cam Jones, and he's a guy that could take Marquette on a run by himself. But I think it's those two, and this is the one that I'll buy the most as far as not being an overreaction. So let's go with it.
I'm
so you're
right
all.
there with you.
I didn't hear you mention UConn. So we're
I didn't. Yeah. I mean, UConn could definitely make a run too. Liam McNeely, when he gets healthy, they're a different team. But they are basically the opposite of St. John's.
Right.
Great offensively, bad defensively. So, I mean, they're one of the 3 too. But I like St. John's and Marquette. I just trust those 2 teams more.
And the best effing coach in the country at UConn. Let's take a break. We will come back. Hopefully we'll have a game in the Big 12 to recap a doozy that's coming down to the wire. We'll do it next right here. Field of 68 after dark.